Hello and welcome once again to Jacob's Toys 5 minute figure reviews. Please do like, share, subscribe and all of those things. All support to the channel is very much appreciated. In this video we are taking a look at the deluxe figure from Marvel Legends, and that is Groot from Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Now this of course is the next evolution of Groot. This is the kind of older version from the previous ones we've seen in Baby Groot and Teenage Groot in the previous films, and of course the older Groot from that very first film. This is the next evolution, and he is a lot chunkier, he is a lot sort of broader. He looks like, I don't know, maybe like late 20s, early 30s. He comes with this huge kind of wing piece, which is interesting because we've not seen anything of this from any of the trailers. I personally haven't seen anything leaked about these wing pieces, so this is a huge spoiler really, and toys do tend to give away some of the spoilers. It usually tends to be Lego that gives away the big spoilers, but I think that these wing pieces that turn him into Butterfly Groot, I guess, is a bit of a spoiler. And also this little baby raccoon. Now we have seen from the trailer that we are going to kind of go back into Rocket's story, but the one thing, oh, and he also comes with his hands as well. The one thing I'm thinking is that this version of Groot wouldn't have been around with Rocket when he was that age. So I don't think that raccoon is Rocket. I think it is potentially another raccoon they saved from wherever it is that they go in the story. So I think he's going to be a different character than Groot. Now the articulation on this figure is really quite nice. There's no signs of any pins. There's a lot of articulation in the arms, in the waist, in the hips. He's got these kind of shoulder pad pieces that do move around and are very flexible and do not hinder the articulation at all, which is a nice upgrade with Marvel Legends. Previously in the past, when figures like this size have got shoulder pads, it really limits the articulation in the arms, and they've kind of gone for that soft kind of connected plastic, shall we say, and it does not limit the articulation in the arms at all and doesn't ruin the aesthetic of the figure. Now what's really nice is we have seen this figure sort of posed with Groot holding this raccoon, and I'm going to refer to it as a raccoon and not Rocket because I think my theory is right. But yeah, posed holding this raccoon, so it's nice to see these hands are big enough that he can do that. The detailing on him is really nice. He really does look like he's a tree. But the face in particular, let's just zoom in and clear that. The face in particular is really, really well detailed. And for like a CGI'd character, that's a really bizarre thing to say, but yeah, it's cool. I mean, the paint is a little bit meh. It's kind of just the brown plastic and bits of green painted over the moss, but it kind of works. Yes, would I have liked to have seen a bit more detail and a bit more paintwork? Of course, but what they've done does work, and there's not really any complaints about that from my point of view anyway. The midsection there looks really shiny in comparison to the rest of it under the camera, but it doesn't look like that in hand. There's the hole there for the... What is this? Why has he got big bum cheeks? That's all they are. Can't really. They are bum cheeks. They are bum cheeks made out of bark. We have got big wooden bum cheeks on Groot. Brilliant. Okay. Spoilers. But anyway, here we go. So the face is really good. Paintwork leaves a little bit to be desired, but does kind of work. The sculpting, however, is phenomenal on this figure. Now, I suppose one thing I am a little bit disappointed about is that in the trailer and in the basic line of figures, we've seen Groot with these kind of big branch pieces coming out, almost like symbiote-esque, holding on to guns, and he's kind of back to back with Star-Lord, and I was really excited to see this deluxe figure, thinking that he was going to come with those, because we have seen similar pieces like that in the past on other figures, so I thought that it wouldn't be a stretch for them to include it with this Groot, but they haven't. Instead they decided to include big wings that we haven't seen anywhere in any of the trailers or the artwork or anything like that, so a bit disappointed we haven't got what we saw in the trailer. Kind of, you know, interested to see where these wings do come in place. All in all though, this is a very good figure, and along with the Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 wave, this rounds out your Guardians of the Galaxy team, so he's definitely well worth picking up if you're thinking about picking up the wave. His price point is quite high, but again, for a fan of Groot and a fan of the Guardians of the Galaxy films, he's definitely worth picking up just to kind of round out that evolution of Groot as well. So they've done 5, I think, including the pot plant versions. But yeah, all in all, not a bad figure. Please do like, share, subscribe, and all of those things. All support to the channel is very much appreciated. and I'll see you soon.